Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls 2. Now, after we defeated one of the big bads from the last video, what I was wanting to do is kind of clean up some of the areas that we've already been to. This is No Man's Wharf. And I mentioned Gavlan when we first come through this area. But what I want to do is show you basically what happens when you talk to him. I've eliminated all of the enemies that are in here. As you can see, this area gets torn up pretty good. I think there's 5 to 7 guys that you have to go through. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab these treasure chests right here. I think one of these may be trapped. It's not. That's not something I'm going to use. Oh, yep, that's trapped. Alright. Silver talisman. Okay. Alright, so now that we've kind of cleared out all the enemies and the treasure chest, what we're going to do is talk to
Who
him.
are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want? With Gavlan, you will, you deal. Gavlan will, Gavlan wants soul. What? With Gavlan.
Yeah, so
Gavlan. With Gavlan.
yeah, he doesn't have too much of a conversation. The big thing is you can sell items to him. And I would recommend if you have any duplicates, you can go ahead and get rid of them. Like that, it's just a duplicate. Because of the way armor works in this game and not being able to infuse it, it's hard to kind of create a fire set. You can just improve the armor. You can't really infuse it with anything. So it's pretty much a no-brainer to sell off any duplicates that you've got. I don't really think I want to sell anything else. I suppose if you know you're never gonna use a sword, you can sell off a duplicate here. That's really just kind of up to you. And any item, of course, that you can find from an enemy drop, you can kind of go ahead and sell. But the big deal with Gavlan is these poison arrows, and he also has poison moss and pine resin and throwing knives. But I really hammer these arrows. I'll be coming back and forth to this guy. Now he sells a limited amount right now. But that limit will go away once he's reached his kind of final spot in the game world, which will be coming up.
Many deal.
It's actually going to take a while to get to that spot, but once you talk to him, it will actually move him forward into the story. So the next time we rest at a bonfire, he will be gone, and we'll meet him a little bit further down the game after we've finished the Huntsman's Copse. Now I'm going to put a little cut in the video, and when we come back, I will be down there on that dock talking to Carhillion, who is the NPC. So give me a few seconds and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've made the journey from up there to down here, and we're going to give this NPC a talk.
I sense power. Very well. From this day, you shall be my new pupil. I am Carhillion, Carhillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name. Now, do not be afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
Okay, so let's talk.
The forces of magic and souls lie dormant in this land. It is a fitting place to hone my sorceries. I suspect that I may even conjure up new spells here. Sorcery is yet a mystery, even to me. Let us mature together, young pupil. Use scrolls to unleash the power of sorceries. But the power of each scroll is reliant on that of its owner. The untrained cannot wield a scroll to its proper potential. Never forget, young pupil, there are no shortcuts to mastery. The forces of magic and
Okay, so we've exhausted his dialogue. He could buy a staff, this ring. I will get the spell quartz ring because it does increase magic defense. The clear bluestone ring I probably won't get. It shortens spell and pyromancy casting time, but I'm not going to be using pyromancy to a great deal. And I'll just probably use adaptability and maybe some intelligence bumps to speed it up. But basically, any sorcery you could want in the beginning or middle of the game is here. So,
young pupil, may we meet again?
Okay, so that tip tells you that he's going to be headed off to Majula, and so what I'm going to do is put another little cut here, and I will be back in Majula. And what I'm probably going to do, since this has kind of been a short video right now, is I will probably go ahead and do the Grave of Saints up to the kind of the boss bonfire. And yeah, that's the plan right now. So give me 1 second and we'll be back in Majula. Okay, so we've made the trip from Majula to the Grave of Saints. Now you remember this is where we basically fell all the way down to here. What we're going to do is try to run through this area until we get to the boss bonfire, and then I will probably do the boss fight as a separate video. So there again, beware. Basically anything that's laying on the ground has the potential to stand up and come after you. So I just go ahead and kill off all of these enemies. Now what you'll have to worry about in this area are rats. As you can see, they come out of these holes at the bottom. So we're going to come right here to funnel them into one area. Now, rats, when they attack you, have a chance to petrify you. Drink up. Now this is different. Oh, fuck. And this is the other thing. I can actually be summoned as a gray spirit. And basically this will cause me to appear in another player's world. Now the bad part about this is not only do I have a bunch of enemies to fight, I've also got some player to fight. Of course, he doesn't seem to have a lot of hit points, so he probably should. Oh. Come back here. Now, if he's smart, what he'll do is let the rats spawn and attack me, and that's what he's doing. Now, it must be said that I've only got a very limited range that I can go back. What the hell? Because of the fog gate. I need to drink up. There we go. That was fun. Alright, sorry about that. That's one of the fears about actually trying to record some of these areas like Belfry Sol and Belfry Luna. Alright, so this area in here we'll get to a little bit later. And I will say this, my apologies if I kind of gloss over some of this, but I'm trying to actually get this recorded without being invaded several dozen times. And as is our standard practice, we kill everything that's moving, not moving. Oh, there we go. Alright. So you're going to have a lot of Pharaoh's contraptions in this area. I would not recommend using any of them except for this one. This one drops that bridge. The Pharaoh's contraptions in this area are designed to help the Rat King Covenant members. They will release things like pools of acid that will eat away at your equipment and other such nonsense. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. So I don't use any of the Pharaoh's Lockstones. It's just safer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here because there is an item right here. Homeward Bone, and as you can see there's several rats there. We don't want to try to release them. Fuck, we did release them. Ow. Alright, so we got those. I'm gonna pop a life gem. I need to buy some. Okay, let's go knock this guy out. Alright, we are almost at the bonfire. This is a very short area. In fact, that's the boss area right over there. Alright, so we're gonna come across here. And that is the bonfire. I'm gonna light this fire. And what I'm going to do is travel back to Majula because I do want to say a few things without being invaded. Okay, now that we're back here and relatively safe from invasion, basically that area, the problem that you have to watch out for is actually being invaded by somebody who's going to use the environment to their advantage. Because they get Pharaoh's Lockstones, they can activate all of those Lockstone contraptions that basically can do all sorts of nasty damage to your armor and weapon and items that are equipped. Not only that, but they'll have the advantage of the rats not attacking them, so they can kind of get you into an area where you're bound up by mobs and they can kind of come in and do cleanup work. So you have to kind of run through those areas pretty quickly. The other area that you have to watch out for is the Doors of Pharaohs. The Rat King Covenant also patrols that area. And you kind of get the same deal where there's a lot of different traps they can activate. So it can be kind of annoying. But fortunately I was able to handle that player that I was fighting against. I don't think he quite used the terrain and the enemies to his advantage. But hey, that's better for me. Alright, so we finished up No Man's Wharf. We got the 2 little extra items that we weren't able to do when we first went through there. And I showed you the Grave of Saints. Now, when we come back, I will do the Royal... let's see, what is that one? That's the Royal... Oh, God. I can't remember which one that is. I think that's the Covenant, Royal Rat Covenant. It's not a bad boss fight. You're basically just in a room with a bunch of rats, and once you kill a certain number, I think it's around 10, a different rat will appear with a little bit more hit points, and you have to kill him off. It's not bad. That boss doesn't have a lot of hit points. You do have to watch out for, because if you like to lock on to people a lot, like if you want to just lock on to this person and track them around, it's easier for enemies to attack you from the side and behind. You have to just really be careful and move around a lot. And other than that, it's not terribly bad. Now I'll say that, and I'll probably get killed 2 or 3 times trying to do that fight. But it really isn't a bad boss, especially considering that we just fought Ruin Sentinel, which was kind of nasty. So this has been Cliff. I hope everyone takes care. I will see you later. Bye bye.